Check out all these beautiful roses. Covington's nursery always has such a great selection and so many varieties. You know, roses have a reputation for being difficult, but the truth is, as long as you follow a few simple rules, I'm here to tell you they're one of the easiest plants you can grow. Isn't that right, Tommy?
That's right, Ryan.
I'm up here at Covington's nursery with Tommy Olbeck. He is, among other things, one of our plant experts. Tommy, are you ready to jump in?
Let's do it, Ryan.
Okay, great, because today it's all about roses. Okay, so we're gonna plant these in lots of sun, and then Tommy, are we doing anything special in that planting process for the roses?
Yes, we are, Ryan. So roses like a slightly acidic soil, which we don't have that here in Northeast Texas.
Not what we have.
It's all clay, very alkaline. What you're gonna wanna do is we're gonna wanna use our Covington soil builder. This is compost, expanded shale, and green sand. You're gonna mix this 50-50 with the existing soil when you plant your roses.
Fantastic, and then how about fertilizer?
Yes, fertilizer. So our 12-6-6 fertilizer is perfectly formulated for your roses.
Okay, and is that gonna encourage blooms?
Slightly, yes, Ryan, but I have another tip for you on how you can help with their blooms.
So this is more just for the plant itself?
Yes.
Got it. Let's go talk about pruning.
All right. Ryan, I'm so glad you asked about pruning because this is what's really going to help encourage more blooms.
Okay, great. And hold on, let me stop you. When do we do major pruning?
So the major pruning is done in the wintertime, Ryan, but deadheading is done basically anytime you have a spent bloom just like this.
Okay, we're about to learn what deadheading is because that's what you're talking about now.
Yes, yeah. And so what you're going to want to do, Ryan, is you're going to travel down the stem and you're going to find the first leaflet of 5 leaves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're going to make your trim right above that. The reason that we want to do this, Ryan.
Yeah, why are we doing this?
Yeah, when this reblooms, we want it reblooming down here where it's much sturdier. If it bloomed up here, we would have real floppy blooms.
Makes total sense. Okay, so we're gonna plant them in the right spot, we're gonna plant them correctly, and then we're gonna deadhead them as needed. Seems pretty straightforward. So next, Tommy, I wanna talk about the different varieties of roses so people can pick the one that's best for their situation. If this is the one I think it is, do these continue blooming, like blooming after blooming after blooming?
Yeah, so you probably had a knockout rose, Ryan.
Yeah.
Knockouts are known for their long bloom cycles. They bloom all spring, all summer, even in the fall.
Yeah, I think that's what I had, and they were super easy to grow. So Tommy, these look totally different than the knockout roses I have at my house. So what do we got here?
Yeah, so Ryan, this is a Floribunda rose, and these, they might not have the largest of flowers, but they're really known for these beautiful clusters.
Like they're growing in a corsage almost. So tell me, what do we have here?
All right, so Ryan, here we have a Grandiflora, and as you can see, really big flower on this guy.
And there's just one per stem.
Yeah, so not like the Floribundas that we're just looking at, that have lots of clustered flowers. This has just the one stem, really big flower. Typically, these get a little bit bigger as well.
Can I clarify something? This is something that confused me. When we were talking about these, we're never referring to just the color. Each of these varieties we're discussing comes in a multitude of colors, right?
Tons of different colors, Ryan.
Okay, so it's not like Grandiflora equals yellow. We just happen to be in front of a yellow one.
Not at all.
Okay. Wow, it looks like we have landed here at the Valentine's Day rose.
Yeah, Ryan, so this is a hybrid tea. So this is what you're gonna find at your supermarket or the florist.
Or maybe in your yard if you buy one of these.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, wait, tell me, why are they called hybrid teas anyway?
Yeah, so they're called hybrid teas because the original tea rose from China was hybridized with stronger varieties.
Oh, okay, so it made them, I guess, a better rose.
Yeah, just a better plant, stronger fragrance.
So Tommy, I'm going to share with you an embarrassing misconception that I had. Hopefully someone else has had it, but I thought that any rose that I wanted to climb on something, up a trellis or whatever, that I would just put it next to that thing and encourage it to climb, and that's what it would do. It turns out...
No, not exactly, Ryan. No, so I know these look like maybe your hybrid tea or your Grandiflora.
They do. At the nursery, they look like the other roses.
No, there are certain varieties that are bred to climb.
I mean, so these are climbing roses, that's what they do.
Yes.
Whereas the other ones, to take it from my experience, they do not climb on things, they just grow as a bush. So next, completely opposite from the climbing roses, we have these little guys that just kind of mound. Tell us about these, Tommy.
Yeah, Ryan, so these are called drift roses, and much like the knockout roses, these bloom all spring, summer, fall. Difference is a lot smaller flower, but it covers the whole plant.
You know, and I love these because they just stay low. They give a height variation in your landscape. So Tommy, just real quick, I want to talk about the continued maintenance of my existing roses. If they ever get black spot, I just use this rose shield and it takes care of it. So what I want you to talk about though is something a little more serious. It's something you might have heard of called Rose Rosette. Tell us what that is.
Yeah, Ryan, so Rose Rosette is a disease that is spread by a microscopic mite. And unfortunately, there is no cure for it, Ryan. The best thing that you can do is dispose of that rose. You're gonna get rid of the plant, the flowers, everything.
You just have to dig that sucker up. Like there's no saving it. It's a goner.
It's a goner.
So don't waste your money on products or any of that. Tell me, thank you for being honest with us. Actually, just thank you for being here in general and teaching us all about roses. Despite what you may have heard, I hope you've gathered that they are extremely easy to grow and they're certainly beautiful. So Tommy, let's try and grow them together.
Let's grow together.
What were you going to say instead of that?
I said let's grow together.
Well,
I paused in between the...
Yeah, let's grow together.
No, I said let's grow together.
Okay, okay.